Have you ever wanted to keep certain games in your Steam library private? Maybe you didn't want someone to know that you do have Uno, or maybe you put an unhealthy amount of time into Dirty Bomb, or maybe you're just a degenerate with deviant taste and a habit for buying NSFW anime puzzle games. Look, there's plenty of reason to feel shame. Those are all shameful, with the exception of not telling your friends that you can play Uno. Those are all valid reasons why you might want to keep some games private on Steam. And soon, this actually might be a feature coming to the platform. According to Steam DB developer and Stata miner Pavel Jundik, the platform is currently experimenting with an option to mark games as private, which will prevent even friends from seeing your guilty pleasures in your library. Real quick, Green, let's embarrass ourselves. Which games would you want to mark private right now if you had the option?
Honestly, if I had, I should just hide Destiny 2 from my library altogether. But I don't think there's anything that, I'm a pretty open person, I mean, I have no shame. If I buy a not safe for a game, I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna proudly display it.
Yeah. For me right now, it's the I Love You, Colonel Sanders dating sim that's still in my library. It just mostly for the fact that it's oh yeah, I fell for the marketing and played the game and went and had a double down after that, I was looking through, I'm do I still have this installed? I used to have Honey Pop installed on my computer. But that was something that I'm pretty sure a friend of the show, McRayla, put on my computer when we were having a drunken goofball night many years ago and we were playing it on, so
okay.
Yeah, those are my two.
Yeah, I mean, privacy is neat. Is there a reason that they're experimenting with this change now?
Yeah, because it does kind of feel like this would be a little bit of a random change, but there is some speculation, and it's kind of the reason that you would all suspect, and that is that Steam is allowing more NSFW games and adult-centered games on the platform. Back in April 2021, TechRaptor reported on the ambiguous and kind of gray, weird areas that Steam's adult content policies had. There used to just be a blanket ban on content that you would find on the hub, right? We're trying to keep monetization here, so if you could please read between the lines, infer what I mean there, that would be appreciated. But really, later the rules were changed from an explicit blanket ban to only banning explicit images of real people, which seems to allow for a lot more wiggle room for developers. And there's always the question of what is that material? I couldn't define it to you, but I know it when I see it,
And it's art, man.
So I'm sure there's always been those issues and questions as well. And really, there have been the options for lewd DLCs and mod support for a while on Steam. You go to Nexus Mods, get your big anime titty
Baldur's Gate 3
Baldur's Gate 3 mod.
Everyone's naked and their genitals are 3 times the size.
Yeah, those have existed for a while. So there are some things that you can currently do on Steam that does offer you some privacy. You can set your entire profile to private so that not even friends can look at your games, but it's a little like boarding up your entire house so that your neighbors don't see the dirty underwear in the sink, right? It's it's boom, shut down. Nothing's getting in or out. But you can also right click games, go to manage and hide them. But
yeah, that not only but that only hides the games from your library, Danny, not your profile. So it's a little more like hiding your favorite magazine under the mattress and thinking that no one has any idea to look there. It's still there.
Yeah. So those are the few options right now, and I want to reiterate that this function that we're talking about isn't even available yet. It's not even in the Steam client beta. This is pretty much all speculation, but it is speculation from someone who I think has a pretty good track record on Steam leaks and features. I mean, this is literally the guy who has the website for you to check sales and price history and all sorts of other concurrent player history and all sorts of other data that's available on Steam. It's insane. Seriously, go check out SteamDB if you haven't already. Add the extension. But do you have more thoughts on the screen?
Yeah, so I'm actually really open to this idea. Like, I'm personally a big advocate for anything that helps with privacy. Pretty open person with my friends, so I mean, it doesn't really necessarily affect me. I just think that there's a lot of adult game creators that are trying to make a buck and enjoy the genre, and they enjoy that genre of game. But maybe missing out on potential sales because you know this isn't a thing. If that makes sense. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who are somewhat curious of not certain for games that have avoided them simply because they don't want to be judged by their friends. But you know me, we don't king shame here.
Yeah, no, I definitely think like more privacy is better. Add all the privacy options that you can. Definitely give your customers and your users like the most options possible. I am never going to turn away options on a platform like this. In terms of like the shame and stuff like that, I mean, people are going to feel the way they do, and that's just kind of how it's going to be. But yeah, I definitely see a lot of potential in an update like this. Let us know in the comments, is this something that you guys would like to see to Steam, GOG, Epic? If Steam implements this, should other platforms start to take advantage of settings like this? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more. We have every Monday we've got deals of the week for you. Tuesdays we have news, and Wednesdays we've got reviews. So until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, keep fighting the good fights, and we'll see you in the next one.